I see as one of the future roles of publishing to become again the gatekeepers, the persons who pick up interesting texts and make stories around them for readers to discover them. So I see a kind of a return of old-fashioned publisher who picks up interesting text, who helps the authors to make these texts better, and then monetize this in selling them on the book market. And readers like this service because they have no time and energy to find interesting stuff online. I might be completely wrong because the future telling is something for old gypsy ladies, but who look in the crystal ball. But I see this one of the possible developments. I think also that the future of publishing will be to an extent format agnostic, in a way that we will read from many different formats, from printed books, from smart books, from tablets, from dedicated reading devices, from some devices which don't know which now we don't know, but might exist in next few years. And my guess is that if the world will develop in the right direction, uh, readers will be capable of picking up the right format for the right content. So it's very likely that complex books will be read in print or in the dedicated reading devices, but more light reading will be picked up on the phone or on the tablets. There is no other way to broaden and deepen our vocabulary than to read books. So this higher level reading becomes the main training activity to develop our brains and critical thinking. It's like, I will do a very simple metaphor. It's like similar with our bodies. If we don't live healthy life, if we don't practice, we die when we are 60. But if we run marathons, if we take care for our food, if we go hiking, we can live 100 years old with the same body, which we can destroy with unhealthy living. And I think it's similar to the brains. Brains get older and older, but we can make them younger by keeping them active, and of course, we can then keep them more fit for thinking. And one part of keeping the brains fit for thinking is reading long and complex texts. And of course, although it's short, I see poetry as a complex text too. There is no technological advancement about how to make our brains smart, but about higher level reading, I would say again, I think it's format agnostic. You can do higher level with printed book or with dedicated device. And you can also do it with a smartphone, but it's more difficult to do it because smartphone is a distractive machine, but printed books and dedicated reading devices are not. So for the higher level reading, I would say that these two formats are really crucial. Public funds are important in this area because it's very difficult to develop new technologies and new uses of technology. So we need to do a lot of tinkering, a lot of experimentation before we find the right way. And this is very difficult to do with private money because we don't have enough private money, and with public money we can do much more experiments. And I also think public money is, public libraries are brilliant example of smart use of public money. But of course, public analog public libraries are analog institutions, and we need to keep them, of course. But with digital technology, we can do many, many more things which are doing similar function than public libraries. But before we find the final proper usage of these digital platforms, we need to experiment.